What is up, guys? This is Pretentious Kiwi here, and today we have to talk about something important because I woke up, I was just gonna edit a few stuff. I have a video prepared for you guys, but Hoyoverse just won't let me sleep and do my thing because they keep releasing stuff, right? So we are going to talk about Robin. She has been announced, her drip marketing is out. So that's it, I guess. I mean, Sparkle got power crept after what is it, like 2 patches? So yeah, let's just talk about it. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on Robin, what I think she's going to do, and what I wish she would do. It's rough. I mean, we already got everything. We have Sparkle, we have Bronia, we have Ruan Mei, and we have Ting Yun. And at that point, it just feels like they've done everything, but they keep surprising us, right? So we have to wait and see what she can do. Now, I will say I'm pretty excited about this character because she's a singer, right? It gives me these Bard vibes. I feel like that's how she's gonna play. She's gonna use music to buff our team. What these buffs are going to be, obviously, we don't know. I think it would be cool if she's kind of like a 5-star version of Asta that just buffs our speed, our advance forward. I know Bronia does that already, but Bronia does it in a more I pick you as a character, I buff your damage, and you go next, right? I think it'd be cool if Robin does it in a way where it's like, all right, the whole team gets speed now, just like Asta does, but maybe on her E and then her ulti something else that completely blows our mind, or just different multiplier. I mean, if it's just a better version of Asta but does essentially the same thing, that'd be kind of boring. So I hope they have a twist on the take. Now, this is something that is very possible, just because I feel like the one thing they haven't really played with a lot is speed. I feel like it's mostly advance forward, it's mostly damage increase. In the case of Ruan Mei, it's also weakness break, right? So we have a lot to think about. But anyway, here she is. Robin has been announced. Now, something that is obviously surprising everybody at this point is the fact that she's going to be a physical harmony character. The only other physical harmony character we have is Hania, and initially I was thinking like, oh, then she's probably gonna be a 5-star version of Hania, but in a way Sparkle is the 5-star version of Hania. So I don't know if she's gonna work with skill points in the same way that Hania and Sparkle do. Now, it'd be interesting if she buffs characters based on the number of skill points that they have used, kind of in the same way that it happened on the previous event. So that'd be cool. It is definitely one option. Now, what I personally would love is if Robin affects the weakness of the enemies directly. So instead of buffing our allies, well, I guess that would be Annihility. I mean, something that would be very interesting is if she buffs an ally so that they deal both their elemental damage and maybe physical damage at the same time. So when you break that weakness, then you get the best weakness break effect in the game in Bleed. I don't know if they would be able to mix 2 weakness breaks at the same time, but if they did, that'd be really cool and it would put Robin on a really good spot. It's just that it feels difficult to believe that she's going to be good considering all the harmony characters that we already have, unless they do something crazy like that, right? So the double weakness break would be interesting to see. The speed buff would be interesting to see. And I guess in a sense, if she was like a raw power increaser, that'd be interesting as well. We already have some form of that with Ting Yun and Yukong. But I feel like Ting Yun is mostly a battery. Her damage increase is really good, don't get me wrong. And she can buff speed as well. But Yukong does it a lot better when it comes to just raw damage increase, right? So if we had Robin do something similar, that'd be nice. However, that's not really what I want to see. I think it'd be better if she does something a little bit more niche, because then we would have more options in terms of team building and meta, right? So if she goes for what I was saying, the double weakness break, that'd be a good way to do it. If she's just a speed buffer that makes your team go over and over again, that would also be interesting. And honestly, I'm not a theory crafter, I'm not a guide maker, I'm not going to go further into details on what I think she could do, just because I don't feel like I have enough game knowledge to give my input. The weakness break is the only way in which I can see the physical damage interacting with harmony buffs in a cool way. But let's be real, that is very unlikely. That would be way too overpowered. Then again, Sparkle gives you 3 or 4 more skill points, right? So I guess we would have to wait and see. But yeah, no, this news came out literally 12 hours ago. I was sleeping when it happened, and I woke up just to see that indeed Robin has been announced. Now it kind of sucks because I feel like consistently Hoyoverse has been really good at making the characters I like come out way later in the version, right? So version 1 point whatever, I had to wait, was it like 3 updates for Kafka to come out, and that's the only character I wanted. Then I had to wait a little bit longer for Jing Liu, but these were characters that I've been wanting to get since the beginning of the game. Luckily for us, Black Swan came at the very beginning of version 2. Blah 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 in 2.0 specifically. And even though I didn't really want Acheron as much at the beginning, I am gonna pull for her. She is coming in 2.1, and then we get hit with Robin in 2.2. The only characters I wanted from this version were Black Swan, Robin, and if she's a playable character, Firefly. Firefly being the one that I want the most, of course. But no, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, honestly. It's gonna be really difficult to save enough Jades to pull for Robin. So if I don't get her, it's fine. I'm not super crazy about her. We'll have to wait and see what she does. That might change my mind. Her trailer might change my mind. I did not care for Sparkle until I watched the trailer, and that was a huge game changer for me. Like, just the way in which they portray the characters is very important to me. So if they manage to make Robin more interesting in that trailer, I don't even care if she's bad or good or what she does. I'm just gonna pull for her because at the end of the day, I just want the pretty characters, man. Well, with that said, let's just see what they have to say about Robin. Extraterrestrial satellite communication Robin. So that is already interesting because that gives me the vibe that Robin may not necessarily be a human or whatever her race would be, because they're talking about satellite communication. So what if Robin is something like a cyborg or an android or something of the sort, right? Now, this is super crazy speculation based on nothing but 3 words, but it is worth keeping in mind. There's a saying, the more demanding the diner, the stronger the skills of the chef, but no matter what others say, I'll always be demanding more from myself. Okay, so cool. We have Robin, who has her music career and she's determined. That is really cool. A Halovian. Okay, so what if she's not a Halovian or Halovian? I'm guessing it's Halovian because Halo. What if she's not a Halovian? What if she's a Halovian invention? A Halovian singer born in Penacony and rose to cosmic fame. An elegant and demure, is that how you say that word? I don't even care. Young lady. This time she has been invited home by the family to grace everyone with a song at the Charmony Festival. She can use the power of harmony to broadcast her music, manifesting resonance among not only her fans but all manners of life forms. So I had not read this. Now that I read it, it makes me wonder, is her buff going to be resonance based? So maybe she's gonna make characters interact with each other in one way or another. So maybe she can be like a better battery than Tignyun, in the sense that, for say, this is like just, again, crazy idea. For 3 turns, all characters share energy recharge. So my entire party now has the buff, the resonance buff. If I attack with my Kafka, then my Black Swan, my Robin, and my Huahua also get energy from that move, not just Kafka. And then all of them just share energy regen that way. Or maybe the character that I put it on gains extra damage or extra speed or an extra stat based on a percentage of that same stat that other characters have. So say, for example, 20% of Black Swan's attack 20% of Robin's attack and 20% of Jojo's attack goes to Kafka, right? So whatever that number is, although that's a pretty big number. But I don't know, it's just crazy ideas. If resonance is gonna be a big thing, then maybe it's going to work like that. Again, this is just speculation. And no, I'm really excited about Robin because she seems like she's gonna play like a bard, right? And bards are usually really not that good, but really fun characters in RPGs. I love playing as a bard, and then again, there's some other games where bards are actually pretty OP, just because their whole thing is buffing the party, right? Making it easier for the party to attack. Then again, they also have debuffing skills, which I don't know if Robin is gonna have as a harmony character. At that point, that would be an agility. However, we've seen characters just overlap in terms of what they do and their path. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but definitely excited about Robin. We'll see what Hoyoverse has in store for us. That is all I have for you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think she's gonna do or what you would like her to do in the comments. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Peace.